start right here. Mr. Sun, all our energy comes from the sun, right? So we get our energy, the sun comes down and makes the plant grow. Can that plant eat something? Does the plant have teeth? Like, some do, but does this one right here? This is like grass. Does grass have teeth? No, so the grass gets its energy from the sun. So the energy travels into the grass, and then Mr. Grasshopper, he chows on the grass, so that's where he gets his energy. And then Mr. Frog, he eats the grasshopper, that's where he gets his energy, and so on, all the way up to the owl. Well, at some point, Mr. Owl is going to die. And when he does, these guys right here, they're going to decompose his body, and all those nutrients are going to go back to here. That's a food chain. So when we look at food chains, most of them have 4 or 5, sometimes 6 links. Does that make sense? But it's very direct. So right here, we have the sun going to the grass to the mouse to the snake to the hawk. That's it. It ends. Now, we could find other animals to throw in there, right? But it wouldn't be a chain anymore. Now it would be turning more into a web. So when we can look at one animal, a hawk, or an eagle, whatever you want to call it, and see 3 different versions of how he's going to eat. So right here, it goes from a caterpillar to a bird to a snake to the eagle, right? And then here, it's a plant to a grasshopper to a frog to a snake to an eagle. And then down here, a plant to a worm to a turtle to an eagle. So the same bird has 3 different choices of how he's going to eat, right? Now, if we put those 3 choices together, we get a web. See how this works? Same bird, he's on the top, only look at everything that's underneath him. He has several different ways he can go. He can eat this little guy here, he can eat the snake, he can eat the mouse, he can go anywhere he wants. So that's several different food chains coming together to create a web. All right, you with me? So what's the difference between a chain and a web? Who can tell me? Tell me.
One of them has a lot more.
Which one has a lot more?
The food web has a lot more options, and it has more animals than a food chain. This has multiple animals in it. The other only has a certain amount.
Okay.
This can have like 1,000. The other can't.
Very good. That's a good explanation. A web could have 1,000 different things in it, where a food chain is going to be very direct, right? You with me? Okay, Joe, check this out. What if I take away the scorpion? Now there's no more scorpions. Somebody came through and they poisoned all these little bugs and they killed all the scorpions. Now they're gone. So Mr. Roadrunner, he can't eat the scorpions anymore. So he's got to alter back to what? The lizard. So he's going to have to eat the lizard. So I want you to think about this. The scorpion ate the bug ate the plant. There's no more scorpion. What happens to the bug? Tell me.
There'll be more and eat all the plants.
Whoa, that's pretty deep right there. There's going to be more bugs and they're going to eat all the plants. Is that possible? Absolutely, because you've altered the chain. So now we know what's happening down here. These bugs are increasing and they're eating all the plants. But what about up here? What about Mr. Roadrunner? Now what's going to happen to the other side of this food chain? Who can tell me? Somebody I haven't called on yet. Who can tell me? Tell me.
It gets smaller.
What gets smaller?
The amount of animals.
Why?
Because the roadrunner eats all the lizards, and then the lizards eats all the butterflies, so then they're all gone.
So this guy is eating all of this guy, who's eating all of this guy. That's what you're telling me? You're right. So eventually, over time, this isn't something that happens in like 5 minutes or 2 days or 6 weeks. This happens over time. So the bug population increasing is going to take a while to happen, but it will. And the roadrunner, strictly having a diet now of lizards, those lizards are going to slowly run down. And because these guys are going to have to populate faster, because they're disappearing so fast, that reduces the amount of butterflies. More lizards means less butterflies. Right? You see how that works? You take away one thing, you affect